Hi everyone, Anne here from English Valley Cafe. Welcome to this English lesson. I got a question from a viewer here on YouTube asking when to use a hyphen. So today we're going to talk about hyphen adjectives and when you shouldn't use a hyphen and a little bit about adjectives. So stick around, and at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you some common compound adjectives that we often use with a hyphen. All right, so without further ado, let's get into this video. Before we get into the details, you might be wondering what the heck is a hyphen. So a hyphen is just a name for a line. So for example, this word right here, one-way street. The line that you see that connects one way, these two words together, that line is called a hyphen. Or 4-hour game, a well-known basketball player, an English-speaking country. So the next question is, why is there a hyphen between the two words? So these two words, like for example, one-way street or well-known basketball player, these are two words that connect together by a hyphen and they act as one word, and that is an adjective, or what we call it a compound adjective. Compound means two. So we have two words acting as one word, and they are adjectives. So for example, one-way street, one way together is a compound adjective. It's an adjective that describes street. Or a 4-hour game. Okay, so 4 and hour, there are two separate words, but when we connect them together with a hyphen, they act as one adjective, compound adjective, describing game. So that's when we use hyphen. We also use hyphen when we are writing numbers. So for example, if you have compound numbers like 62 or 45, we're going to connect the numbers with a hyphen, or I should say connect the words with a hyphen. We use hyphen for compound adjective with numbers. So an example, 2-year-old daughter. Okay, so here we have three words, 2-year-old. All these three words are connected by the hyphen, and they act as one word, as an adjective, to describe the word daughter. We use compound adjectives with numbers to describe different kinds of nouns. So other examples like 4-week course, 2-second ad, or 3-year contract, 50-page essay or report. So you see that we use a hyphen here to connect the two words, numbers here, together to describe a noun. Now, a very common mistake that I see, and I hope you don't do this, please do not do this, is adding s to adjectives. Remember that in English, we never, ever add s to adjectives. We cannot make adjectives plural. We can make a noun plural, but not adjectives. So for example, he has a 4-year-old son. Okay, here, 4-year-old is an adjective describing son, so we do not say 4-year-old's son. But if I say his son is 4 years old, here I can add the s plural to years because it's a noun, 4 years old. Okay, actually I have a video all about age, how to talk about age. I'll leave that link down in the description box and you can check that out if you want to learn a little bit more vocabulary, how to talk about age. Now, I know you're probably thinking, but Anne, sometimes I see compound adjectives with a hyphen, and sometimes the same two words, I don't see it connected with a hyphen. Why is that, right? So this is the rule here. If you have a compound adjective before the noun, so like earlier we saw one-way street, 4-hour game, those compound adjectives come before the noun, so you're going to use a hyphen. But if that compound modifier comes after the noun, then you're not going to use a hyphen. So to make things clear, let's take a look at this 4-hour game example. I have two sentences here. This is a 4-hour game versus this game is 4 hours. Do you notice the difference here? The first sentence, we have 4-hour game. 4-hour is two words joined by a hyphen, and it's a compound adjective describing the noun game, right? But in the second sentence, this game is 4 hours, okay? That compound modifier, 4-hour, comes after the noun game and the verb is. So here we're not going to use the hyphen. It's just 4-hour. And notice that hour, I'm adding the S to it, right? It's 4 hours, making it plural. So this is the reason why sometimes you see the same compound adjective with a hyphen, and then at other times you don't, because it comes after the noun. Now, before I share with you some common compound adjectives, one last situation that we often use the hyphen is with prefixes. And prefix, remember, are words that usually comes before an English word, like pre, or ex, or mid. So for example, the prefix ex, as in like former, like ex-husband, ex-wife, we're going to use a hyphen after the prefix, okay? Also, the prefix mid, like mid-October, midday, mid-September, okay? After the prefix mid, we're gonna use the hyphen. When you have like just one capital letter at the beginning of a word, like t-shirt, okay, we're going to use the hyphen after that first capital letter. One more example is like self, okay, like for example, self-driving, okay, self-driving car. All right, now I'm going to share with you some common compound adjectives, and there are tons of these adjectives, and I don't recommend you try to memorize them. The best way to learn these is through a lot of natural input. Read a lot, use it in writing, and those are the best way to learn these. But I will share with you a simple rule or pattern that you can use to form these adjectives. And the first one is an adjective or an adverb plus a past participle, okay, the ed ending. So for example, highly respected, okay, somebody who is well respected, narrow-minded, okay, all these compound adjectives are connected with a hyphen. When someone is narrow-minded, they are not open to new ideas or thoughts. Okay? Narrow-minded person. Another example, old-fashioned, like old-fashioned ice cream or old-fashioned restaurant. Densely populated. Okay, so we say densely populated area or densely populated country. And often we use body parts in the participle form as an adjective. So for example, brown-eyed girl or short-haired women. Now another pattern that we form these adjectives is using either an adjective, an adverb, or a noun plus the present participle, and that is the ing. So for example, good-looking, like good-looking, attractive, and handsome. Long-lasting, something that lasts a long time, like long-lasting battery. Heartbreaking story, heartbreaking song. Also thought-provoking, something that makes you think very deeply, like a thought-provoking question. Time-saving, something that saves you time. Time-saving device, time-saving technique. A couple other ones like last minute. We can make a last minute change, a last minute call, a last minute appointment. And also world famous, right? We have world famous sandwich or world famous museum. So these are some common compound adjectives. I hope this video helped you to understand better how to use hyphen and compound adjectives. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I know there's a lot of information to take in. If it was useful, make sure you smash that thumbs up button and help me push this video out to more English learners by sharing the video with someone who is learning English. Thank you so much for joining me today for this lesson, and I will see you in the next video.